Hello, everybody, and welcome once again to a very prepared Three Dads and a Console. We know not every dad can stay up to date on the latest and greatest and video game news that you need to know about, so we are here to do it for you. Remember, the show is kid-friendly, so no earmuffs are needed. Now on with the show. I'm one of your hosts, Wobble Plays, alongside, as always, the Court. Hello.
Hey, buddy.
What's up?
To just totally go off the rails right now.
We just started.
The Las Vegas Golden Knights put out a tweet. I don't know if you saw it. It was Bruce Cassidy, and his quote was, and I thought about doing, the Kermit the Frog sipping tea, and then just putting that above, and then putting the quote. And I can't stop laughing. I even sent it to the person that put out the tweet because I know her. So I was just like, she's a huge Bruins fan, actually, who runs the socials for the Vegas Knights. So I DM her. I'm like, should I just do this? And I sent her the picture. She's like, please don't. She's like, so many nasty people will come into the DMs.
It's true.
But it was Cassidy put, and I quote, "We just have good guys. They're willing to do whatever it takes." Now, that's a little bit of a sip tea moment towards Mr. Jake DeBrus there of not willing to do whatever it takes, and he's a crybaby. But I'm just, do nothing in the Stanley Cup Finals, and he's golfing somewhere in Edmonton.
It's a close series, so it should be. We are also joined by they call him Baby Jake's Pez.
Baby what? Jake's Pez. No one calls it
that. I'm just repeating what you said because it was
What's
really
going
cool
on, lads. How we doing? What's the crack?
The crack is about 48.
48. That's a bad crack.
There is one weird thing, and I know, like, if you're not in the Northeast, you don't know, and if you are in the Northeast, you're sick of people talking about it. But like everything that's going on with like the air levels and stuff like that, it's actually wild. Can you guys notice it? Pez, can you? Because I know Pez, you're by me, Court. You can probably, but like because there's like these Nova Scotia fires, everything in the Northeast is crazy.
You know they're not just in Nova Scotia, right?
Where are they?
Some in Quebec.
There's another province. What's the province I'm in? Yes, I noticed it. The fires are here in
Ontario.
Why is Canada on fire? You have snow.
Well, hold on, Baba. First off, thank you, Pez. Like seriously,
I'm
cold.
Not wrong.
Waba, please stop. You have colder weather than I do.
Huh?
You know that, right? You get more snow. You have darker days.
Yep.
Pez knows this. He knows geography.
Baby.
Yep, knew that. Yeah, tell me something I don't know.
But it's just like, okay, what has happened is it was interesting. I saw a lot of, hey, maybe we shouldn't smoke and throw things or start fires. And I'm just like, please, are we really, really saying climate change isn't real at this point? It's so hot and dry when it's not supposed to be hot and dry right now. And things are catching on fire very easily and starting huge forest fires that they can't put out because there's no rain right now. Like, it pains my brain. It does. The fact that California has been on fire for 3 years and now all of a sudden the whole east coast of Canada is on fire. Like just it just hurts my brain, man. The climate deniers, it hurts. It hurts.
Is it like because I went outside and I like noticed it not just like visually, but I'm like it kind of like smells
like
weird.
Campfire. Yeah, it smells like campfire.
Yeah, and then like people are standing outside taking photos of the sun. And which
you know
I
what
was
you
like,
should
don't do that.
Yeah, you know what you should do when it's like this? Stay indoors, you crazy people.
Yeah.
It was a 9 today. The air quality was a 9. That means don't go outside.
It's not too bad in Massachusetts yet. It's actually gonna get worse, I think, by Friday.
This weekend. Yeah, this weekend's supposed to be real bad.
Oh damn.
And I have someone in my Discord who lives in like Western New York, and literal orange. The pictures he's sharing. We saw pictures of Yankee Stadium today. Looks like an apocalypse. It was a cool but chilling picture of I don't know if you guys saw it, of the ad for Diablo 4 in Times Square, and then the rest of the sky is orange. It was pretty neat looking, but it's scary, dude. It is scary, and it's just gonna get worse.
Yeah, like a friend of mine lives in Ottawa and they have soot on their cars.
Oh,
Jesus
man, really?
Christ.
Yeah.
I have a friend in Peterborough who says it's pretty bad over there.
Here it stinks. I'll be honest. It stinks. It smells. It smells real bad.
It stinks.
But
the Amazing Spider-Man 2 of weather.
Yeah, it's a crazy again. I know if you're like in the Northeast, like you're sick about hearing about it, but if you're not, it's just something. It's something I've never seen something like this before.
I mean, I don't know how you can be sick of hearing about it. We're literally affecting our lives every day. It's not
Yeah,
like
I'm not sick of hearing about it.
it's not like it's like, I don't know, Wall Street, right? Like, oh yeah, I'm sick of hearing about Wall Street, but like you go outside and it's orange, yeah, you're gonna talk about it.
Yeah. Well, it's not a loss if you don't sell, so I get it where it's kind of boring.
Yeah, I mean, if you're not hitting up GameStop stock in 2018, what are you doing with your life?
God,
Are you still holding,
Still-
by the way?
my hands are as diamond as my
Oh god,
my jewelry.
Your hand is so coal right now. You're just holding coal, baby.
I'm playing the long game. But
My
let's
game
talk
was-
about, speaking of playing the long game, let's talk about some other things that are happening in the future, which is so jam-packed week of video games. And
Vigia games.
Vidya games.
Play your video.
Yeah, that's the Saskatchewan way of saying it.
Yep. Let's Sky Switch.
So the first one is Summer Games Fest, and figure we can talk a little bit about what we think we'll expect for each one. So what do you guys think? What are you? So we have Summer Games Fest on the 8th, Xbox on the 11th, Capcom and Ubi on the 12th. So
yeah, there are other shows. We'll be totally honest, but these are the ones that are kind of. Let's be honest. We care about. Like, I'm a big. I guess I have to say it. I'm part of the Ubisoft Creators Program, so I'm also a huge Ubisoft fan. So it kind of worked out for me. Just like Waba, huge EA fan. He's part of the EA Creators Program. So Summer Games Fest, to me, I think we're going to see something from EA, because EA doesn't do their own shows anymore. So I would assume we got the cover athlete. I'm assuming we're getting a Madden trailer. Like, I think it's a foregone conclusion. We're going to see a Madden trailer tomorrow, or FIFA.
FIFA's it's not
Madden
FIFA
trailer
anymore.
tomorrow, right? Because now we know Josh Allen's on the cover.
It's EA
EA Club, right?
Football Club or something like that.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, yes.
That's a lot, but they always do that. They never do NHL. They do Madden and they do
yeah.
soccer.
So I think that'll be a lock. If there was going to be DLC for Jedi, which I don't think there is, we would see it, but I don't think we're going to. I don't think. What else from EA?
Immortals of Avium, I would consider.
We just saw that at the PlayStation show.
I know, but I think they're really pushing it, and it's out soon.
Yeah, but they're not going to play. You're not going to play it twice.
They already said they're going to show something at Summer Games Fest.
Oh, so they are.
Yeah.
Okay, so there's your EA game. Okay, so EA's covered.
I know. Baldur's Gate 3 is going to show something.
That's a game for you. You like that game, right?
I love that game. Anyone that cares about that, they already said they're going to show something. My hope is maybe a couple more classes or a few more companions. But then they're also showing something on the PC one on the 11th, the PC showcase on the 11th.
Now, my guess is we get one thing from PlayStation. We get something from PlayStation, and we get something, believe it or not, that's already done and we're getting this year. But nothing big. I don't think they're saving it. I don't think it's going to be that thing where like, oh my God, I think I totally believe this, and until Jason Schreier finally writes the article on it, Gran Turismo and Project Q were not supposed to be in that showcase. I will put everything in my life on that fact, in my brain, that this doesn't make any sense. It ruined the whole timing of the thing.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't make sense. I truly think Faction was supposed to be there. Then they realized the game wasn't ready, because Bungie was like, this game's not that good. You need to figure it out. And they delayed the game. And they were like, oh my God, this was supposed to be in the showcase, because these things get planned months in advance, right? I think Factions was supposed to be in that PlayStation showcase. I think that's an easy, that's what's supposed to be there, and it ended up being Gran Turismo and something, because it's at the very end, right? It just didn't make any sense.
Yeah.
Why are you showing this trailer that was even in the Spider-Man movie I saw on the weekend? They had the trailer for Gran Turismo. My daughter goes, I don't like this. I was like, yeah, no one does.
He's a true gamer.
Like, it's just, that should have been a TV show, not a movie. But
I bet they'll show the Gran Turismo trailer again. Yeah,
you think?
I'm not joking. I would 99%.
I think we're going to get a game that's done. I think we're going to see something. I think we will see something from PlayStation there.
A first party?
I think we'll even I think it's
So
first party.
Days Gone 2. Let's go.
Hey,
I think we
maybe you'll
see
get a
something
Days
first
Gone
party, but
teaser.
not big. I don't think it's gonna be as big as everybody thinks, and I
No,
think
I
we'll
don't
even
either.
see Xbox there. Even though Xbox has got their own showcase, I think Xbox is gonna show some sort of peripheral or some sort of, something they have
Oh, I wonder
up
if
their
they'll
sleeve.
show that new. Did you guys see the
Streaming d
thing about the Xbox 360 controller like
the
coming
8-bit
back
though,
for the
that but we all
Xbox
know about
One?
that.
They may still show it though.
Yeah.
I do like the idea of them showing Gran Turismo again, just because it's like the thing where it's like, hey, if you don't like it, I'm gonna show this to you until you like it, so you'd better
I'm
get
just
on board.
I'm just more curious to being the, one more thing because the Summer Games Fest, so it has one more thing, and the "we didn't see this coming" moment, right? Like, we're probably gonna see Assassin's Creed Mirage. Like, we'll see that. Even though we're gonna get at the Ubisoft Forward, we'll see it again. We're gonna see things again that we've already seen, but we are gonna see that one more thing. What do you guys think that one more thing is going to be? Like, what are we gonna get? Like, we
Oh,
could we could we could get something from Naughty Dog. Like, this is possible. They
I think
always
it's
show up at Summer Game Fest or it's at Game Awards.
What's that? Starfield?
Starfield? No, that's at
That'll
Xbox.
be
They've
on the
got it.
11th.
You
It's
don't
got it.
think they would show it during this?
It has its own showcase for like a half an hour, 45 minutes.
Gentlemen, may I throw a little seed into the water? Maybe.
Sure,
I'm
please do.
thinking to let it germinate, let it grow a bit. I'm gonna go Nintendo new Super Mario game. Announces one.
Super Mario the movie, the game.
Super Mario the movie, the game. Chris Pratt going gabagoo all over the place. But I'm thinking either Super Mario Odyssey 2, and it's just a teaser. It's like, you see Mario run up and he throws Cappy or whatever, or Peach throws Cappy or the whatever the sister crown was, or it's like Mario Kart 9 or something like that.
Or or Pez, now you got me thinking. It's the crown, and then you don't know what it is. You just see the crown there, and and then all of a sudden it turns around and it's got eyes, and
Yeah.
that's it. Super
Yep.
Mario Odyssey
So
2.
because Nintendo's not having a direct,
Yep, you're
when
right,
they
Pez.
usually do, so they could just literally end the whole thing with a Mario teaser, and that's it. And just say like, they could do like the Bethesda thing of like Super Mario 6 or Super Mario Odyssey 2 or Mario Kart 9 in development, and everyone's hat to the ceiling. Everyone goes, Summer Games Fest was awesome.
Yeah, because
That'd be a
you're
good
gonna
one.
see a lot of B tier games, and then 3 or 4 triple A's.
Yeah.
Like here. Oh man, I don't even know why I didn't even think this. Death Stranding 2 is gonna be there for sure.
You think so?
It's Jeff Keighley. It's Kojima.
Yeah.
True. He loves. I mean, we'll probably see some Metal Gear. We'll probably see Metal Gear stuff.
No, but that has nothing to do with Jeff Keighley. I would think that the Kojima wouldn't want him to do that.
Yeah,
Interesting.
because it's not his stuff anymore. I think we'll probably see some more Judas since the first look was at his awards last year. Maybe we'll get to see more now.
That's a good
Either
point.
an update or a new
Yeah, it's
trailer
not going
showing
to be
more.
blow our sock. There is going to be that one thing that blows our socks off, and I don't know, man, because he's going to have mobile games that no one cares about. Like that's
Oh
going to
man,
happen
Yeah,
too.
he's gonna have. I
dude,
mean, he'll have probably some great indie games that you guys
Raid
won't care
Shadow
about.
Legends 2. Come on, dude. I've been trying to figure something I can just flush my money into that's
you
not
know
a
what?
toilet. Give me Raid Shadow Legends 2.
Truthfully, you know what I would love? Some more Hades 2 footage.
That'd be cool.
But who knows where Supergiant Games is in that development. But you never know, because they did talk about a demo in 2023. So you show a trailer and then you say demo available now or whatever, something like that.
Well, that's why, because there was. So I don't know if you guys knew last week, here in Canada, in the PlayStation Store, the Final Fantasy 16 demo showed up, and then it was taken
Ooh,
away. You couldn't
interesting.
download it. It was just there. You could put it in your cart. You couldn't do
Oh.
anything else with it.
Hmm.
And that makes me think that
Yep.
we're going to get that demo at the show at Games Fest.
That's a
we're gonna
good
get.
point.
He always gives you that. Go play this now. It's always happened, right?
Yeah. He's big
Final
on that.
Final Fantasy 7 remake did that. They showed up at PAX and then they had a demo that same day. So that's very
Because Final
like,
Fantasy 16 comes out in what, 2 weeks? Not
but
even.
that's very on par for
'Cause
Square.
we know there's a demo. They said there's a demo. It showed up in the PlayStation Store. To me, we get it tomorrow. We play it this weekend.
I love it. I love
Even though
it.
I'm playing the Division, like it's gonna
Yeah,
happen.
I'm not playing
I
Final
don't.
Fantasy.
I'm buying Final Fantasy 16. I promised I would play this game, so I'm buying it anyways.
Dude, if you think Persona is slow, Final
You
Fantasy, you don't
understand
see
the
a
new one?
button command for
Do you
days, dude.
you understand the new one? What it is?
No!
Oh, okay. Wab hasn't done his research.
Dude, I haven't played the first 15. I'm
So
not
the new
gonna
Final
understand the
Fantasy
story.
16 is like Devil May Cry. It's like a beat 'em up. It's not a beat 'em up, but it's like a
It's like a
it's a
hack and
masher.
slash. Yeah.
Hack and slash. That's perfect.
Nah.
It's Pez, as I would say, right up my alley.
Right up.
Go play Dynasty Warriors like a weeb adult, okay?
Ooh,
You know,
dude,
if you want to
dude,
slash act a
Dynasty
slasher.
Warriors. What a
That was a good game.
Hyrule
Yeah.
Warriors was such a great game. I loved it. I loved it.
So shifting over to a little, the next one. So we have that on the 8th, tomorrow, the year of our Lord 2023, and then we have Xbox on the 11th, which I believe is
And Starfield at the
Sunday.
same time. So Starfield is right after that. So you get a whole Starfield on itself. And Aaron Greenberg has come out and said that there's no CGI, and if there is, it also involves gameplay. So there's no just CGI only trailers, and that it's not going to be the 12-month thing. So they're going to be, and we already know Fable's going to be there. So that has got
I love
me
that. I love
hyped. That's my I love that game. I love that game.
Love
Starfield,
Fable.
I'm hyped for. Redfall let me down huge. But Bethesda games I usually like. So Starfield, I'm in without being in. I want Fallout. That's what I want at this showcase. I want a Fallout game. I want Fallout New Vegas remastered. I want it.
That I
think it's
like,
coming.
but I don't
I think it is.
See, I don't, and I'll tell you why. Between
Okay.
Starfield and so Starfield comes out. What is it now? November.
Yeah, but I'm just saying a trailer, Pez. I'm not getting the game right now.
Well, if you think about the release schedule, if they show Fallout now, it's probably not coming out for like 5 years. Well, I guess they could. Because I think what was it, 17 or 18? They were like, oh, Elder Scrolls 6 is
Yeah, like
thing.
I want Indiana Jones gameplay.
That'd be nice.
I want Avowed gameplay.
Also would be nice.
Hellblade 2 gameplay.
Yes.
That I want this stuff. Those are games that I'm excited about. I want Fable gameplay. I want to see more of the new Forza. I want to know that there's a Gears of War collection coming or there's a Gears 6 possibly coming. I think Xbox has no choice, but I also am in the category with Xbox could come out and have the biggest showcase in the world, and every Xbox lover in the world can go out on the internet and say what they want. But come on.
It doesn't mean anything.
That's like cheering for a sports team that wins one regular season game against a very good team. That's not how it works. You need to win 16 games to win the Stanley Cup, not one. Okay, 16, not one.
Wouldn't know.
Do you think they'll do anything on Redfall? And I don't mean like, but
No.
like, do you think they're gonna be
No.
like, hey, like,
Nope.
here's
They're
some
not even
extra
talking
stuff
about
for
it.
you.
Nope.
Sorry, guys.
Nope.
DOA.
Nope. We will never.
We will
won't
never
hear
hear
anything.
about Redfall ever again.
Bye, Felicia. Until the servers go down.
Yeah. Why talk about it?
It's interesting.
That's my thing. Why talk about it?
I wonder though, to go, not that game, but
We'll see
Hi-Fi
Call of
Rush
Duty there. We'll see Call of
Hi-Fi
Duty at the
Rush.
Xbox showcase.
DLC.
I don't.
That's
think so.
my sneaky.
I
pick.
think that is awesome, and if they do, I'm all for it. That game's amazing, but I do think we'll see Call of Duty.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, we'll definitely see Call of Duty there.
That's right.
I'm just thinking third parties, right?
Maybe we'll see Mirage there too.
Dude, I wouldn't be surprised if we saw Assassin's Creed.
I feel like there have been past years where like maybe it was like Valhalla or Odyssey.
Call of Duty.
Or I feel like I saw it at every single conference. They're like, oh, let me show you more Assassin's Creed. And it's like, dudes, we get it. Like we've seen it at everybody's showcase. I feel like they're like, dude, like remember this is coming out. They don't give us a choice.
I'm just trying to think of any of the third parties that we haven't even talked about yet. Ubisoft's gonna have their own thing.
Yeah, I mean, unless it's like
there's no new. What's Take-Two got?
nothing.
Imagine Grand Theft Auto. Holy shit!
I I think it's too early. I mean, we
That
maybe
game
get like a
that's
teaser or something, but
no, you
that's
know
it.
what? They
That's
know
it.
that they'll just do a blog post and just drop a trailer.
Yeah. Hey, here's your MC walking up to the
And if anybody
sign.
puts it on their YouTube channel, we're gonna copyright strike you.
That's right. It's what they do best, baby.
They want their views. Take-Two doesn't need to be at anybody's showcase.
No,
Yeah.
they don't. They can just drop a blog post and everyone will go bananas.
They could drop a logo. Literally, a
It's crazy.
logo.
It's craziness. It's craziness.
Yeah.
So do you think we get a Borderlands? Like what Tiny Tina's Wonderland 2?
I'm wondering like what is Eidos Montreal doing? Like those like studios that haven't done anything
Perfect Dark, are they not? No.
in like those studios like that we haven't heard of. Like what are they doing? Like Square has to bring something to the table to one of these conferences. I don't know what it is. They seemingly showed a ton of games during PlayStation's thing. There's beefed up state of play, if you will. So a bunch of those, and then there's going to be a slew of indie games because they always do their like ID at Xbox. Who knows what those are going to be? No, you can't. Who knows? Maybe some Ninja Turtles DLC.
Ooh.
knows?
I'm
A
still
little,
surprised that
Yojimbo?
that got tweeted out and not being at the Game Awards or Xbox. That is so weird. That game was huge.
Yeah, that game is so good too. I've been replaying it, and just as good as you remember.
So we also got 2 other ones coming up after. I know there's going to be a little overlap. Let's start with Ubisoft. So I know
Assassin's
we talked
Creed
about
Mirage. We're gonna get Avatar. We're gonna get
Do we get
Division
any Heartland
Heartland?
stuff? Yep.
I 100% will get Heartland.
That's what I want. Show me Heartland, baby. That's
Yeah,
what I want.
same.
Back
And
in
we'll get
Division 2.
Resurgence because they put it out on their Twitter account. That's the mobile game of Division. That not my cup of tea, but Heartland, I think they have no choice. They've got to. I'm hoping they give us like a beta date and say, hey, here's when you can hop into the beta. And that's their
Very nice.
thing at the showcase. My curiosity is they put out a tweet and they pretty much said there's this thing coming. I think it's the Star Wars game.
That
I
would
think
be
we're gonna get to
nuts.
see it. They're making it. Division people are making Star Wars, so I think we get to see it. And that
that'd be great.
blows the door. They're going to show us more of the Assassin's Creed stuff, all the Assassin's Creed, all the code, all the new ones. We'll
Mhm.
get to see more of that. But I think we're going to get to see that Star Wars game.
That'd be great.
That's exciting. I'd be super down for that.
Because we're not going to see Far Cry. We're not going to see any of that.
No.
No
I think
Rabbids?
it's too early.
No
No.
Rabbids? Maybe a
Could be
DLC with the movie?
Maybe.
Maybe.
We're going to see stuff for Riders Republic.
X
I'm shocked.
Defiant.
Skull and Bones we'll see. X Defiant we'll see.
Skull and
Skull and
Bones, wasn't
Bones
that
still.
We'll
announced
see Skull and
14
Bones.
year.
Skull and
Due
Bones
to
dying
a
in the
photo
water.
coming up. That woman from Titanic. It's been 84 years.
Yeah. Rose comes out. Oh, Skull and Crossbones. I was wearing the heart of the ocean when they announced it, and then I threw it in the ocean.
I threw the source code in the ocean. The release the date had more holes than the Titanic.
Oh man, that poor game.
Yeah, but I think we're
I think it's gonna
definitely
be a bop when it comes out. Though. That's the thing. Like, I feel like it looked super cool. I just feel like Pirates, like how you get like the cycles where it's like, oh, everything's zombie now and everything's like this, everything's pirates, and then Pirates is gone, but they're still doing their pirate thing.
Bring it back.
Let me Google. When was the last time we got Heartland stuff?
I think they're talking about it when they signed the Declaration of Independence.
We got Heartland stuff like a month ago.
Yeah, no, we got a dump of it, right?
Yeah, we got it like a month ago. I remember watching it on YouTube, and I'm pretty sure it was about a month ago.
September.
Was that the one with the plane? Like the downed plane? Was that the trailer?
Okay, Pez, you're right. It was exactly a month ago. Yeah, we got the trailer.
Yeah, and then I remember some woman came on. I don't know if she was the developer or community manager, was talking about it and like how the mission structure goes. And
you know what we're getting? At either Xbox or I can't believe I didn't even think of this. Cyberpunk.
An expansion?
Yeah, well, Mortal Kombat. That'll be there.
I want to forget
yeah.
like Hogwarts Legacy DLC.
Yeah, it does. If it wasn't a PlayStation, we aren't getting it.
Oh, that's true. They have like a
They
thing.
said they weren't making it. The game has
Surprised.
sold more than anything else in the world this year. Nope.
Hey,
Craziness.
if they're done, they're done.
They got
So-
their money. They got the money.
So Ubisoft sounds like our prediction chock full. Capcom is having
That's a
their
bad thing.
same day. Is that They're not. It's on at the same time, right? Is it?
No, it's at 6
No.
p.m.
Yeah.
Okay. I don't know about
So-
time zones and stuff.
No, our 6 p.m.
Yeah.
I
6
only
p.m. our time.
If you ever hear me talking about a time, it's our time.
Eastern
No other
best
time.
Standard.
It's just
The best
everybody,
time.
Everybody
Best
goes, the
time.
West Coast is the best coast. No, you know what's the best? Eastern Daylight Time. Okay.
Yeah.
True. The only thing I like about West Coast time is you could watch a whole day of football, and then still go out to dinner and not miss any games.
Dude, you can watch a hockey game and go to bed.
It's great. It's great. It's great. Here, the Bruins are in LA. It's a 10:30 start. Everyone's miserable. I'm asleep by puck drop. It's terrible. It's a terrible thing. Capcom. Capcom. Street Fighter 6. I think they'll
Yep.
show some of it. I think they'll talk. I think it was already announced. I don't know if it's come out, but they may show some of the Mega Man Battle Network collection that's
Ooh.
coming out. Here is my big thing with data to back it up. I
Proceed.
think Capcom announces the next gen installment of Monster Hunter. And I say this because in 2017 at E3, that's when they announced Monster Hunter World. So it's been 6 years since Monster Hunter World has been announced, out, whatever. The team. So for those that don't know, the Monster Hunter team is broken up into two teams. It is like the console team, your PC, PS5, Xbox, whatever. And there's like the handheld team, the Switch team, the team that made Monster Hunter Rise. So those are two different. So since they ended support for Monster Hunter World, they have been working on this new game. I think we finally, I don't think they'll show like gameplay, but I think we finally see a trailer for it. It's been 6 years. Monster Hunter Rise has finished their support of the game finally. So their last update comes out, I think, tomorrow. And I think they announce a PS5, PC, and Xbox Series X version of whatever Monster Hunter 6 is going to be. I think that's going to be their big thing. Because think about it. What else? Like, they'll probably maybe show like Resident Evil 4.
That's what I was gonna say. It's always Resident Evil, though. I feel like it's too much at this point.
Well, they don't have. So Capcom doesn't have like a ton of IPs. It's just that their big IPs always deliver. So like Street Fighter pretty much always deliver. I know we talked last week about 5 being kind of rough, but then they came back with 6 and it was like, and it's very good. Monster Hunter, since Monster Hunter 3 basically always delivers. It's always very good. And Monster Hunter World took off. It was their best-selling Monster Hunter game of all time. And then, all the remakes from Capcom, Resident Evil. So they have those. But like, other than that, like, what does Capcom really have? Mega Man? They put out Mega Man 11 4 years ago, and I don't know a single person that's played it. And then they have like all these like niche, like fight. Like, I would love if they shadow drop like a Marvel vs. Capcom 4 or something like that.
That's what I was gonna say.
be
They
great.
won't drop it, but I think they could announce it.
They
They wouldn't do it now because it would take away from the hype from Street Fighter, which Street Fighter is trending very positively. But I think teasing it to come out, whether it's in 1 or 2 years, would be huge. And hopefully they do like a sale on 3 and 2, and people get into that again. Because it's time for Marvel. Bring Marvel back to Evo. Bring the hype. It's Marvel, baby.
But like we may see little things like I'm actually looking at their franchise right now. We may see like an Ace Attorney thing, right? But a lot of that stuff like Bionic Commando, they're not doing a Bionic Commando. Maybe they put out a couple collections again of like Mega Man Battle Network. But honestly, they don't have a ton of franchises. So
They don't like Dark Stalkers. I mean, like, who's asking for that now? Like,
nobody.
it's a lot of
People-
fighting, but like, you don't want to come out with a fighting game right now because you just have your biggest title.
Right.
So like that like rules out like a huge stable of IP.
I think you'll see a lot of Street Fighter 6. They'll talk about the Street Fighter 6 like I don't know, Evo schedule if there is going to be one or esports schedule.
Yep.
Cuz I feel like they've done that before with Street Fighter 5.
Yeah,
So
their roadmap.
they'll do a lot of that. Again, maybe you see some Mega Man Battle Network, maybe you see some Resident Evil, and you know, my whole thing is we'll see Monster Hunter, but who knows? There's been
I would think we see
zero-
Resident Evil VR.
You think so?
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
it's
A little more
the only
about
thing I can add to Capcom, but I think we get to see Resident Evil VR.
Yeah. So
Hmm.
I think maybe we'll get like an hour and like that's it.
That makes sense.
Which is fine.
It's fine.
Bring
It's
back Marvel.
fine.
So those are our predictions. When we're right, you can make sure to let us know in the comments below, and if we're wrong, don't
You
let us
only,
know.
just DM Pez and tell him he's wrong.
Yeah,
we're all emotionally fragile, so
You
don't do
can
that to us,
DM
please.
me. I'm not fragile. I'm from Boston. I'm fine.
So there's another big game that was just I mean, obviously it's coming up, but the cover athlete was announced from Buffalo, Josh Allen for Madden 24. But that's not the interesting thing that we want to talk about today. No, it is that allegedly
Nay.
Madden or Madden for those from Quebec
Man,
may have some sort of NFT component. Ooh.
So
Pez,
here's the
tell us
thing.
about that.
Yeah, I would love to. So EA on June 1st, EA and Nike, they have an NFT. They basically have an NFT division called .swoosh, and EA Sports and Nike .swoosh signed a contract to bring digital sneakers to games. So right now, this is being reported from Tech Times, but it's also on their own. It's on EA Sports' own press release. But basically, what's going to happen is they haven't said how, but basically, what's going to happen is when you play EA Sport titles, your avatar gets to wear cool Nike shoes that you then get to own. You get to own digital versions of your Kobe 8s and your MJ 12s and your whatever.
Sounds terrible.
Here's the problem. Here is the problem with NFTs in video games. Ladies and gentlemen, they're a scam. Okay? First off, I personally think NFTs are a scam already. Because if you want to go spend $70,000 in your ape on the blockchain and then you post it to Twitter, guess what? Right click save. It's now my ape. I also own that. And I can I just stole it. I just Seth Greened it from you. And now you can't make a TV show about it. But like when I hear about NFTs, I think about Logan Paul's game Crypto Zoo. You guys remember this?
Oh
Crypto
yes,
Zoo?
oh yes.
Where it was like, hey, you buy an egg and then you buy another egg and you like mash the eggs together and then hey, maybe you can get like a super animal or whatever. What is stuff? That was a huge scam. Obviously, It's Logan Paul, as one does. We're gonna get sued. This has been the best 3 dads on a console ever. Goodbye, everyone.
That actually turned out to be a scam, and he's being sued about it.
He sure is.
Shocking.
There is nothing stopping EA Sports and Nike from doing something like that. Hey, spend $20 on a box of shoes. Okay, spend $20 on a box of shoes. And if you get 2 Kobe 1s, you get to upgrade them to Kobe 2 Elites or something like that, right? What is stopping EA from doing this? So it's just another cash cow for them, because that is what sports video games, it's not just EA either. Sports video games are designed, Ultimate Team modes are designed to take your money.
Mm-hmm.
EA is one of the worst at it. 2K, to me, 2K is the worst at it. 2K, NBA 2K is so insidious that it makes EA look like Santa Monica Studios in the show. But the problem is, so we have Nike has their .swoosh visual creations. Nike acquired a company called RTFKT, which specializes in creating sneakers for the metaverse. That's right, Facebook baby, the metaverse. And they were also in a venture called Crypto Kicks. So this is gonna happen. EA came out and was like, no, it's not gonna be like that. Well, then what's it for? Because you don't sign a deal with Nike and their NFT division to not make NFTs for your games. That's what
And
is
not
gonna
even that.
happen.
What happens when the server shuts down? Because these game servers change every year.
Yeah.
It's
It
like that's
just
like them trying to tell us that the cards we collect in NHL 23, we can use them in NHL 24. I don't think you can.
it just is another way for Nike and EA, because if this takes off in Madden and EA football, EAFC, or whatever the football game is called, you'll see it in all sports games, 100%, because it is going to be a cash cow for all the dum-dums who want to pump $10, $15, $20 to try to get the Jordan sneakers, the whatever Pat Mahomes cleats, or jerseys, or whatever they decide to throw into that, because it's all apparently going to be centered around an avatar. So your avatar. So from what I'm reading, we haven't learned much about it, but from what I'm reading, players will now have the opportunity to adorn their avatars with a variety of special Nike sneakers, which will be displayed prominently in the games. So this may be a created player. This may be like just an EA avatar. Who knows? But think about it.
So why did they choose Nike when they don't even have a basketball game?
Why did they choose a shoe company when you can't even look at them when you're playing the game? It's under your player.
Because Nike has the NFL jersey license. So now they can do all the NFL jerseys. They could do something in NHL. They could do something with Bauer or Fanatics. Oh God, I hope not. It's Fanatics, but
the numbers start falling off mid game.
And Nike also has a big stake in the soccer world too. Like all my daughter's cleats are Nike, and when I go to buy cleats, they're all Nikes. Like that's what they have. It's just that's what they're into. So this for their Madden, just Madden, and I'm still gonna call it FIFA. And FIFA, cash cows. People will be trying to get Messi jerseys or whatever boots he has. I don't even know. Those are cleats for all you Americans and Canadians. I'm not here to territorialize. So that's coming to EA Sports titles. Again, we don't know what the fleshed out version looks like, but just reading their press release, NFTs are coming to EA Sports games. Doesn't sound great for the sports gamer, but between the three of us who are sports gamers are kind of dumb, and they don't seem to care because they just want the next best thing. They just want the next $70 roster update. And then also, just to throw this out there, sounds like the college football game is in trouble.
Oh, why?
Yeah, seriously, I saw that.
So the college football game, so there's the basically like the Players Association. So now all college football players can get paid for their likeness. But they're saying that the college football, it's basically like $500 a player. And the players are like, no. Yeah, the players are like, don't sign this. This is a ridiculously small amount of money for the number of copies they're going to sell. So then you have to think, is this going to be like an Axis football or Maximum football or something like that, where it'll be like, oh, instead of the Texas Longhorns, oh, we're the Texas Cattle, and you have to change.
Well, no,
it, right?
technically, I was reading more into this past. They can do the Texas Longhorns. They just don't have to put the kids' names
They can't
in
use
there.
the players.
They're gonna be number 18 again or whatever. Just like it was on PlayStation 2.
Which
they could do that. They could pull the Ken Griffey Jr. baseball, and you just have to edit the name.
Which, if they have roster share, isn't really a problem, because you'll have like the homies at Operation Sports finish it in 3 days, and you can just import it. But yeah, if the players don't sign on, I think that'll take definitely will take.
So
a
what I
hit.
read, that's what they're gonna do, Pez. If the players don't sign on, they're gonna the players will end up getting screwed, and that's why EA is just like, we don't care. We'll offer
Yeah.
you nothing
Yeah.
So we'll see
because
what happens with
the
that.
schools are like, we're good with it.
Yeah, the schools don't care because they're gonna get
Money. They get
getting their
residuals on the game
cash.
sales.
Yeah, they're getting their cash.
I can't believe $500, especially after tax. Like that's an insultingly low amount of money.
After tax.
Yeah.
Well, think
after
about it. I mean,
tax.
well, so was it To? Someone tweeted at him was like, "Hey, why aren't you in Madden?" And he's like, "Because they wanted me to sell my name for 15 grand, and that's not worth it." I feel like, again, that's way more than 500, but not to him.
Right.
Like I'm just shocked with what they approach
Who's
people
T.O.?
with. Terrell
Owens.
Owens, former Cowboys.
Cowboys,
or maybe
Eagles, and
yeah.
Buffalo Bills.
It was either To or maybe it was. I don't know.
Chad
I
Johnson.
think it was yeah. But
I mean, that's why like player likeness is. That's why Charles Barkley's not in any NBA games.
Yeah.
Well, that's why I'm confused about like Super Mega Baseball, where like every ball player is in that, and like MLB The Show doesn't have half these guys, and I'm just like, what? I understand. Like
No
if you look
idea.
at Super Mega Baseball, like what did they all just be like? Hey, let's just cut them a deal and let's all be in there.
They could.
Might also be they make the deal with the players union maybe.
Well, no.
Instead
so a
of
lot
the
of these
individuals.
players are a lot. It seems like a lot of the
college
players
isn't
in Super
unionized.
Mega Baseball are retired players.
So maybe that's why.
Yeah, they're all
maybe
retired players.
So maybe they went with like the
Like every 91 Blue Jays in that darn game.
yeah.
Devon
So maybe
White
they went with
in that
like
game.
whoever the like retired union or whatever is.
Oh yeah, the alumni. Yeah, maybe.
The alumni union. Thank you.
That's shocking to hear about the college. Actually, it's not shocking. I don't see why they still can't release it though. I
They
mean,
might.
people are clamoring for it, which is to me is wild, because I never played college football. Like the game.
Really? You didn't play college football?
I mean, they
I
couldn't
thought you
afford.
did. You look like a guy that definitely went to college and played football.
They couldn't afford me. Actually, when I did move into my school, they're like, he's like, oh, like the coach actually helped move me because all the football guys were helping people move in, and so we're on the golf cart. He's driving us back from our car, and he's like, oh, you play football? I'm like, yeah. And he's like, oh, like what position? I was like, oh, I played like guard. And he's like, oh, and then he asked me like where I played, and I told him my school. He stopped talking to me.
He was just like, just get out.
Because we were not athletic. But
I did play guard in college. If you
Did
ever
you?
see the difference between Waba and I. Yeah,
I was fast. I wasn't fast. I could get up low under the pads, and I could hold, and no one could tell because I got short arms and a big heart.
That's it. Hey, that's legal, by the way. It's only when you grab the outsides is it holding.
I was
Grab the
good.
insides.
And you gotta sweep the leg.
I mean, I'm excited for the new college football game, but I have my reservations because it's built on the Madden engine. And the
Can I
Madden engine
ask you guys a question about
Yes,
college football
Sure.
from the press poll here? Why do you guys care so much in the United States about a team that changes? Is it the jersey or is it the players? What is it? It has to be the jersey or the school, right? That's what gives you the thing.
So I don't think Waba and I can
It's
accurately
huge.
answer this
It's
because
huge
we're
in the US.
we're in the Northeast.
It's like NASCAR. Like why? I
Yeah.
just don't get it.
So here's the
in
thing.
down south, it's like super popular.
So here's the thing. We're in the Northeast. The Northeast doesn't really have good college football teams. Probably the best team the Northeast
good hockey teams,
has
though.
had.
Yeah.
Is like, BC was good during the Matt
Your
Ryan
college
years.
hockey teams are like OHL hockey teams here.
But people don't go to see them outside of fans of the school. It's not like college football.
Your college
where...
hockey games, people
People
from
will go to
Canada
like
come to Boston just go to the game.
people will go to Hockey East games. Hockey East games are legit.
They're huge. They're huge.
So-
Like there was a whole thing at one point where they wanted to have Hockey East play OHL teams and
So
Quebec major junior league teams.
That'd
to
be
answer
fun.
your question, a lot of it is folks.
I got
in the-
hockey on my brain.
That's okay. Folks in the South, like for a long time, they weren't NFL Southern teams, and also like, you can root for the Georgia Bulldogs, who are always going to be good, or you can root for the Atlanta Falcons, who like aren't always going to be good. And
Well-
same with Alabama. There's no NFL team in Alabama,
Tide.
so like that is it, right? And a lot of it is where you grew up, and like dad went to Auburn or dad went to Alabama, so that it trickles down. Of like you're always going to be an Alabama fan, you're always going to be this, you're always going to be that, and then people, it's always tied to the school. It's not tied to the player. So if
Greenbow, Alabama.
Waba plays for Alabama, but then leaves in the transfer portal to go to Texas, people aren't like, oh, I'm now a Texas fan because Waba plays left. It's like, nope.
Yeah, well, that's what
next
I'm
guy
getting
up.
at. So it's definitely the jersey, like
Yeah.
because like I even find it crazy when I was for the company I work for. The people are like, "Don't you watch high school football?" I'm like, "I don't even watch football. You watch high school football too? Like, what are you guys crazy?"
Dude, there are, the
In
southern,
Texas, dude, it's
the
so
Bible
big.
Belt. The Bible Belt is all about football.
Yeah,
That's it.
interesting.
That's what they're all about.
I'm not like I love hockey. I'm not gonna. I don't go watch the Georgina the ice dogs or ice blades blades. I've watched them twice. I'm not going out on my Friday night to go watch that play. I'll watch my daughter play any day of the week. I will watch the Las Vegas Golden Knights. I will watch the Boston Bruins. I will not watch the Toronto Maple Leafs, and that's the hometown. Oof, it's I don't need to watch bad hockey, but I'm just
Yeah, you can go watch the Ice
I
Blades.
think it's more of an American thing because like here in Canada, we have tribalism because it's tribalism, right? That's all
Right.
it is.
Yeah.
If you're only cheering for the logo, it's tribalism.
Mhm.
We don't have I don't see it as much here. Like we cheer for the Bills, sort of.
Yeah.
Like it's a huge sort of.
You're right.
You know, when they're good, we're like, yeah, we like the Bills. When they're not, we're like, yeah, the Bills. What are the
Also,
Bills? Even the Raptors. The Raptors won the NBA championship. And the fan base is like, eh.
well, the funding behind like the marketing machine is huge too. So like you have like the tuition is sky high. So you have all that. You can like jack up prices for all this stuff. But two, it's like you have like these. I feel like you follow the player after they become successful in the like NFL. But like the amount of money that these schools have to spend on their programs is enormous. So it's like a huge draw too. It's like the thing to do. Like especially for like young people. You have that. Then you have people who graduate. You're just people in the area. Like that's like the thing. And
Yeah.
it's wild. It's not like part of. It's never. Even when I was in school, I wasn't like part of it. But
here's the thing:
it's very interesting to see.
If you go to Alabama, who's constantly number 1, number 2, what are you gonna do? You're going to an Alabama football game because that's what everyone else is doing, right? Or if you live around, I think it's Tuscaloosa or whatever. If you live around the area, you're going to an Alabama game, and that's
Who
it.
the hell names these places?
I don't know. The South. I don't know. The Civil War losers.
But
Hey, just to spoiler alert to people like that if we're going. I was born in Atlanta, Georgia. Okay,
hot
and I'm
Atlanta.
still Fulton County.
Waffle House represent.
But let's also be real. I was born in Fulton County, lived there for 3 weeks because I had no choice, and then I grew up in Boston for the first 5
I
years of my
had no
life.
choice.
Well, no, what happened was my dad, he was already with the other team, but my mom was so far along in the pregnancy, she couldn't move. So she had to have me in Atlanta. To me, in my brain, yes, I was born in Atlanta. I'm from Massachusetts. Like, who are we kidding? Like,
I had no. Court
Let's
was a
go.
fine Southern gentleman himself.
Oh
I like my
my
grits though.
God. Well, I mean,
Grits,
because like
grits and
think
collard
about it.
greens are very good.
So
I'm sorry. It's just a fact.
unfortunately, my father was born in Mississippi and raised in Mississippi.
Look
There,
at you.
I can see that. Well, he's a Southern lawyer, right?
yeah, that's right. That's right. Oh God. Well, and their closest NFL team at the time was the Miami Dolphins. Like they didn't have the Saints. They didn't have. So it was like football. It was like college football or really nothing. And that's just
I also
how.
find it fascinating how
just how it is.
huge football is in the United States, and how here in Canada it's like it's a thing, but it ain't a thing, and how hockey is like church.
Yeah.
Um,
Just how it
I
is.
would say basketball now has become second, and then I would say baseball, like here in Toronto, like the Raptors they're big, like people will dump on them, but soccer is the biggest sport in the country in Canada for sure. But I would say hockey is the most religiously watched to
Mhm.
the like we treat hockey like if you turn on the sports radio here, like I always laugh whenever I go to the US and it's just like, is there any other sport besides football? Like, man, they talk
No.
about the NFL when it's just like some
Because in
guy
your
went to the
fantasy.
bathroom and it's like a story for the day.
Yeah.
But that's what it is with the NHL here. We get from 11 till 1, 11 till 12, you get baseball on the radio here on all the major sports. It's just that's baseball. And then basketball is from 1 to 2. Otherwise, like 32 thoughts that show every best podcast on the thing. That's every day
Yeah.
in Toronto. Every day you get Jeff Merrick from 12 to 1, and then you get Nick Kiprios at 3 o'clock till 5. So every day you're getting the hit of hockey all day long.
My favorite is football in Europe, like American football, because it'll be like the Patriots versus the Dolphins, but everybody over there only has like one jersey. So they'll just like wear like an Arizona jersey or a Green Bay one, and they're just no one has like a favorite. They're just all enjoying it, and it's just like you'll have like 32 different like
Canada
type of
has
jerseys
3
all
teams.
throughout.
Canada has 3 teams. If you look at the way the map is spread out, there's the West Coast that is 100% Seahawks.
Mm-hmm.
And then you have Alberta, Saskatchewan, where it's Green Bay
Vikings.
Packers.
Oh, no Vikings? Interesting.
You have the Vikings for Manitoba, but the Packers are a bigger franchise. It's
And they've been good.
yeah, and
Fair.
That's
then
another thing.
for
They've been good.
I would say for Ontario, just definitely not the Lions, even though they're right there. Like
Because they
it's
haven't
the
been good.
It's the Steelers and the Bills, and no, that's and Miami Dolphins just because the jersey. But those are that's what you get in the Ontario. You get Dolphins and a little bit of Cowboys, but not really. But it's Dolphins. You get Cowboys. Anybody that grew up in the '90s, they're like, "Ooh, Cowboys," because they were good.
Everyone, yeah.
Yeah, but it's Bills 100%. That's probably Canada's team. And then I would say Steelers. Steelers are huge here too. People love the Steelers out here.
We all make mistakes.
Yeah,
Disgusting.
it's okay.
Disgusting
But the
behavior.
Patriots, no one could care less. Like
Same.
it's hilarious when I come to Boston and people. People
don't care less here anymore.
People didn't even care when the team was doing well. I've been coming to Boston my whole life, and the amount of times I see someone in a Patriots gear that's not right after they won the Super Bowl is never. I have never seen somebody wear a Patriots hat, jersey, or T-shirt ever when I've been to Boston. Even when I went to the outdoor game at Patriots Place, didn't see one. And my wife and I were joking about it. I'm like, it's like the team doesn't. People in Massachusetts love to say how good the franchise is, and it's like the greatest thing since sliced bread. When it was really just the quarterback. They only care about the Red Sox, the Celtics, and the Bruins. The Patriots are just there to say, yeah, look, that team's good, but no one cares.
I think a lot of people do. But you're right. Like
He's
the
right
fact
on it.
I don't see
Pez doesn't care.
jerseys.
You don't see it. You don't see it like a Celtics jersey or Bruins jersey, Red Sox hats. Oh my God. If I throw up the amount of times I see Red Sox hats. Like, Jesus, people. All
It's
right.
a lot.
I get it. It's like everybody in Boston wears a Red Sox hat.
God, buy pirate hats,
Kenny,
everybody. Get on the pirate train.
Mass Pirates.
Sure.
No, he's a Pittsburgh Pirates fan. You didn't know that? Pez is a Pirates fan.
No, I know, but you can always show some love to the
Mass
Massachusetts Pirates.
Sheesh.
That's right.
Sorry,
So
we hadn't talked.
No, this was good, and we were talking about
Sorry,
Madden, so it's relevant.
Yeah, it took us on a way.
You want to know what's better than an NFT of shoes? Buying actual shoes.
Just buy real shoes.
So just go buy shoes,
guys. EA has had NFTs for years with their packs.
Oh,
kind of.
Those are NFTs
in a way, but there's a competitive advantage to them. If you have cool shoes, you just like people are gonna be like, "Damn, Daniel shoes," or like something dumb. But whatever.
Are you for real right now? Did you just drop a damn Daniel?
Hold on. It's not even that. He tried to preface that those ones were okay because he gets a competitive advantage in a game that only lasts for a year and the server's turned down. It's still an NFT and you're being scammed.
This man just
I'm not being scammed. It's free to play.
This man just dropped 2 memes like simultaneously back to back. Oh, they're competitive. Damn, Daniel. Sheesh. That was it. Like it was nothing.
He's got the 1-2 buckle my shoe.
The absolute gall on this man.
Devious. The gall, the gumption, the cheek. That's what I do. Same until the end. But folks, if you had fun or you want to buy NFTs, make sure to subscribe to us over at youtube.com/3dads and a console.
Yes,
actually,
please
buy NFTs.
Please buy your.
And you think digital shoes are cool? Just hang out with.
Yeah, we're cool. We're the digital shoes of podcasting.
But make sure to subscribe to us. You can hang out with us live, or you can see us make silly faces when one of us says something ridiculous. Also, you can check us out on your podcast platform of choice. Please rate us 5 stars. It helps us greatly. We have a bunch of new content coming out. Again, there's all these different conferences coming out. And, we have reactions to it, whether it's on YouTube, whether it's on Twitter, whatever the case is. And we have a bunch of review videos in the hopper as well. So look forward to those as well. I'm playing A Space for the Inbound, and it's amazing. And there's more coming up. I know you guys had some working on some. If you can or can't talk about them.
I can talk. What, reviews?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm still working on my backlog. Forever.
So
Forever
expect.
backlog.
So when Skull and Bones comes out, you'll be able to see Pez's reviews.
Yeah, 3 years after I announced the reviews coming.
That's right.
Much like.
Well, thank you very much, folks, for joining us, and we'll talk to you next week. Bye, everyone.